Great artists are almost always out of step with what's going on in society because they see the world differently and they act differently.
I ain't got no fucking time to play with you. I ain't got no fucking time to play with you.
They say.
But I ain't got no fucking time to play with you. I ain't got no fucking time to play with you.
Have you ever been struck? I have, it's nothing special. In fact, the rack is where it's trapped, strapped to my vessel. Every day I sweat through just to get a few seconds of sanity. The bills for my mistakes have yet to vanish and flee. My family tree must have sprouted out of bad seeds. Since the day I entered in, Spex has been madly walking around squares at an angle, only sensible from my view. Majority of the time I find a bond trying to explain what I do, what I've done, what I've lost, what I've begun. To just dispense this tense life form rights, warnings for dumb stupidity. True imagery runs through this soul scarred, self-inflicted. I wish life came with a go card so I could charge past all limits in our faulty world. One day safe, next one living flashes. So all these girls, pearls, diamonds, platinum, and tons of funds offer no assistance. When the story told relates all too well with yours. For instance, I've been to hell and back. Upon return, I lost my map. Now I just walk towards the light, hoping to shorten the gap. I'd lie denying that I haven't reported back to evil ways. Call this dishonest when I say I've demolished all dismay. Let me survive, I'll start to dive over a victim's pride. Satisfaction that is action apart from helplessness beside. Familiar pillars, sour is the taste placed here by selfish intent. Content absent of contempt. Sent myself to where most only imagine in poems. I stepped up rather stampeded through that panic zone. Man, it's home for fools like me. We love being on dangerous soil. The funnest place on earth, although strange, it's loyal. Always willing to pay killing the lengthy visit, destined to do away with any and all, even the best of them.
I ain't got no fucking time to play with you. I ain't got no fucking time to play with you.
Desperate times, what do they call for? Desperate measures, what do I fall for? I write under the impression it's somehow gonna change occurrences. Some days amazed by my maze, pondering if I'm worth a myth. Confused by functions with my systematic nervousness. I hate being inside Mr. Hyde, I prefer to doctor the perfect pitch. That's their obstacle when you're known as low life. Kind of like a slow night with no pipe, it most likely won't go right. So slight remains a movement where we all participate. It's all kept separated, only a fistful slip through the ribs and breaks and get to take a swing, a shot, a slap, a serious struggle. Actual account of events, not the average savage hustle. I got a strange feeling that I need to pass. Well aware of consequence, but I could force myself to see vast. Mind feels the mind shields and can't even cure. If you concentrate hard enough, stuff happens to reassure. Faith, I'm not made of steel yet, I still what you're made of. I'm the exact opposite, who hate love to shake up. Momentarily prepared for attacking my action when it means entrapment. It so happens time can't backspin. If it could, I bet it would refuse my request. Fast forward from my free fall to test this reflex. Numerous ways to rap and tell the fact. I've learned about it during one of my many trips to Helen Back. Those days, the hot ones. Even when it's cold out, I catch myself searching for someone with a handout to hold out. Not even I know why I scribble since the jargon. Every minute has its worth, I enjoy overcharging bargains. Hardly do I bargain. Usually I'm large in crawl space. I put a mask on the task we all face. We all face.
I ain't got no fucking time to play with you. I ain't got no fucking time to play with you.
Started to rap way back. Started to rap way back.
fuck to do it. You know it, man. You know, cause we gon' rock them, man, cause we got the fresh stuff.
No, people tell you life is short. Life is long, especially if you make the wrong decision.
And the fury start to flood. In the fury, years pass, situations rearrange without premeditation. Evolution looked down upon the skeptic's realization. Inner fury makes its presence felt, escaping an angry frame. Often that forgotten name, permanent standout caught in the rain of barely rhyming role players locked up in limitation. Passed by innovation so they can master intimidation in replacement of expression within the self. Refuse help even when offered a homemade rendition of countless ways to properly author what you want to speak, not what seems cool to portray. Should be gone if you're living that way. Consider exploring a forward phase. Travel through it, do it cautiously. It's obvious, they're ominous, infamous for incidents of hate, lace self-promotion beyond just lit. Too hot to be mighty. I might see one of these with more than slight needs, destined to falter beneath the night breed. I lightly then write seeds to plant around dirt that's done by the backstabbing, extract rapping from what you consider fun. A while back it had to be clever. Now everyone around puts words together over measures, attempting to trap that certain sound, but can it be captured? Most likely impossible when the one reaching's a bad grasper. Become the asker of a last question, not many if any replies. I force my way in mental mazes and escape with no guides, unassisted, although I insist on more complexity. At the moment, it's the only sure way for Spex to flee. Let's see how deep my pen can lead, leaving streaks on wonder walls. My raps are visions of vandalism. My ID reads the underdog. To shame mics and equipment are sold without permits, cause if you had to earn it, there'd be another trendy whirlwind. Dope dealers, pimps, gangsters, suckers, squares, and fakes all sound the same when that weak ass style aches. Exercise, collect the prize. Why not just sit back, relax, and watch Spex contrive a new form of release? I'm lost, not looking for the winner's journey. Only the spit I can shock the currents of my inner fury. Stop asking, this is inner fury, start the flood. Stop asking, this is inner fury, start the flood. Stop asking, this is inner fury, start the flood. Stop asking, this is inner fury, start the flood.
Man, you fucking crazy, bro.
Oh, it's cool.
I must break. Out on the street, the obsolete G for possession. It's been like that forever, along with many unanswered questions. Receive a shipment of upliftment the moment I start to stride around the tide. Minus a rod, I collide instead of hot. Acceleration runs ruthless in my ruthless embassy. The energy of 10 MCs allows me to lengthen the lead. This is a meeting of the minds intertwined with mine. We can't afford to buy time, so it's spent developing signs to help you find your way around my town conveniently. Enjoying the soundscapes accompanied by an eventful scenery. I grapple with untackled obstacles using special maneuvers. Reach inside my grab bag and what you'll have dispels all rumors. I'm unseemly profession when possessing sample collages. I'm the polish over this flawless bullshit which makes no progress. No excuses, Spex renew swift written entries. Others claim everything, but nothing's what they meant to me. Face the facts, the stacks of wax I fondle, never fight back. In the race against time, your style suffers a slight lack. Up in my vibe, don't try and slide without a safety belt. I cap and crunch cereal flavorless rappers who never felt a microphone. Transform into a positive resource. True unsigned hype, designing light for a dim course. MC say D-Day while I relay instant freeway. Subtract cliches with no delay, not even needing a replay. I sport drums that entice my advice to thrust. I think so much that when I touch ground I leave trails of crushed trucks. A foreign English instructor capable of weaving fabric to clothe the close-minded, worshiping the ones with top status. In a world full of fools overruled by Mr. Cool, I chill but never freeze. I release a hidden jewel, glass size.
How long does it take to see this thing? I'm kind of in a hurry.
Well, it's hard to say, my friend. Once you go in, you may never come out.
Wow, one please.
do tricks, unclear of what exact is. You gotta survive, but your island strictly fantasize. My songs advance the rise by being sonically advertised. Popularity handed out, I'm not in that line. I'm a lounging lyricist, turning the volume past sublime. The rap, some spit, skip, over creativity. See, all they do is ego boost and produce their form of objectivity, which is considerably little to me. Before they even speak, I'll tell them work on their delivery. I'll make a chaotic mess out of victims who come neatly dressed. Get those fabrics stained, a crimson tide takes away the stress. Don't waste your life on trying to write the perfect crime. You plus a rhyme is easily solved by leaving your time decline. Self-sufficiently bond with minds, try 'em on every line. If it's do or die, you should be decaying as I open the blinds, covering the world's window, fog of the thickest con, thickest con.
You have one message one. Hey, fool, you there? Pick up. Yo, hey. Anyway, so I just want to let you know, I want to play you the shit I just got today. My homie sent it over. These fools call fucking Farthest Artist, right? And it's pretty dope. I think you'd be impressed by this shit, man. This is a cat Spex rapper, right? And dude, you know what I mean? He's just straight ahead rapper, fool, like, you know, he just goes straight forward, no hesitation, nothing fancy about it, just straight up, you know what I mean? That raw rap shit, you know? And Fool Kegs, you know, that dude over there, sub-level BTS and shit, that fool's on the beats, man. And I mean, you really gotta check this shit. This fool got some straight OG, like, mid-90s Bangkok shit, you know what I mean? Like, hard-ass drums, bruh, you know? And, shit, let's keep this shit out, though, for real. I'm trying to send a copy over to you ASAP, the hopper, man, he plays this shit pronto, blood. For real, Farthest Artist, dude, tell everybody, spread the motherfucking word.
Killa Mic, Killa Mic. Motion starts to think of time, they wanna see the light but just can't get the meaning right. Killa Mic, Killa Mic. Motion starts to think of time, they wanna see the light but just can't get the meaning right.
Lyric writing basic steps to not ignore. Flow freely from the walls of the mind's core. Concentrate on expressing what's up in the anatomy, and don't get caught in celeb web fantasy. Find the exit, pay attention to this contribution. Take a stance against the advance of skill execution. Causes some thought to sink through, so brace yourself. Since I'm unseen, nobody wants to break their wealth. For a sample, they'd rather bet on some different shit. Some even wanna question my overall significance. It's known to step on while I climb to get respected. I'll recite till light is dark, even if I'm not accepted. Masses categorize classes among other objects. Hard to hold a handle when you're short on content. Yelling the coolest phrase in various ways, the same in vain. Strain to obtain plain fame. In this day, people's rapping starts collapsing. Star has-beens relapsing, while companies are snatching newly found suckers with the urge for being used, along with the knack for stressing whack points of view. When the culture evaporates due to corporate overflow, everyone will want to keep real and style just for show. No actual reason for your rhyme, so shut the journal. Keep that bleeding internal, infernals burning eternal, become extinguished. My sound kills energizes, then distinguishes character as proven analyzer. Guns drawn, but I'm shooting art museums. The trigger man is unseen, so I doubt you'll ever see him. Certain to be lurking for some space to fill. Relax, we blaze fashion, so replace the chill section. Answer questions of progression rather aggressively. It seems to be the only way you'll taste the recipe. My mind usually on a clouded note, centered on down scope, although I still scribe how to cope. Right now the rope is tight, I hope the night remains compatible, able to relate with my sanity's sabbatical.
Killa Mic, Killa Mic. Motion start to think of time, they wanna see the light but just can't get the meaning right. Killa Mic, Killa Mic. Motion start to think of time, they wanna see the light but just can't get the meaning right. Killa Mic, Killa Mic. Killa Mic.
Beat precise, show I kill a fucking mic. Beat precise, show I kill a fucking mic. Beat precise, show I kill a fucking mic. Beat precise, show I kill a fucking mic.
Genius, which is a part of him, and you know what they say about genius.
far from being insane. Bitches sell the body and soul to get infected. Rappers roll with image consultants every second. I'm experienced in self-expressive methods, able to speak on top of sounds. Unquestioned is the message. Stress the most, West plays the coast I evolve in. Unsolved solvent fills the pit you'll fall in. I'll stay to remain unexplained while others change without a cent, just a bent mission arranged by a person puzzled. How can you figure that? Worth the time, pass it by, exceed a swift attack. High to the head with explosive notions to send through. The end of an episode is what I lend, tightly loose. Rhymers who battle for erection but can't stand it. Bandage can't manage the rancid planet. Every mic is open, but too many eyes are closed. That's why I'm just unseen, sharply close to being chose. Then I get away, turn your life into a bitter day, filled with permanent adjustment. You've been dissed and slayed by lenses zooming towards record to document my past, present, and future mission of stalking blends. Gone wrong, I release and bring the fade to black. You fool yourself, I just pull my wealth away from slack. My brain's covered by a colorful microphone tattoo. I point whack, cruise back to the drawing board they'll go back to. Staying awake late to make a breakup in the circuits. Finding potential victims, setting them up perfect.
Well, they were gifted that thing we've talked about before, right?
That's right. I'll tell you something. I'm even more certain of it now.
This pen a weapon, letting me take what I can't afford. Helps me assault ones that need it, believe it, if not distort. And can't force to concentrate on every word that colors the track. Eventually what becomes realized is that while others rap, they misunderstand the complications ahead of me. I speak to creep, rather seep into many minds of incon instead of me. Bet you'll see outside and doubt mine. So how can I go about mine without time running out? I'm down to the last, I'm in debt while paying dues as well. Feeling like life is just a test for me to prove myself repeatedly, skillfully. I've dissected crowds from here to where. Find my vibe inside, hearing impaired. Have the blind believing it's there. It's there.
You know what they say about cheating? Far from being insane.
That you can't see just cover these blocks, the lumps over my eyes. That you can't see just cover these blocks, the lumps over my eyes.
Application for employment. Of age or older, need a fucking job. Under applied 18 for you. After employment, submit a work permit. Full-time, part-time. Are you either a U.S. citizen or an alien? Every authorized to work in the United States. Rate of pay desired. Partially completed applications in my dresser drawer. Keep me poor, and in the eyes of some give me a lesser score. No respect in a society where notoriety is tough to obtain. So I alter my sobriety. IMC inside the area downstairs. Well aware that when I pass by they won't stare, but I don't care. I impair the motor skills of the many stunt drivers crashing on the crutch. Of course verse I force blunt providers to stimulate. Why imitate? That eliminates from stylistic, lyrical rhyme linguistics, terrifically enlisted for combat. Beyond that, I got frustration forming due to crews of people who exclude storming from their performance to the fullest extent. I lend my tools to potential felons. Some chill, but others heat up to compete. What compels them, I'll examine on a later date. My verse lifts a bigger weight off the shoulders of the holder. Give and take, I get no breaks, but still roll through an attempt to vocally generate energy to shock what needs to be rocked. Who study, pretend, and fake all week, then tweak their mind state on a late time frame, screaming that my display was done, but my rhyme aim towards negative commentary translates into a perfect strike. Though not seen by the missing thinkers, I cleverly work the mic, make it work for me. I start to run down my agenda, mysterious message sender, my name when I invent another way of telling listeners that I'm frustrated with forms of life who never thought of leaving beats faded.
I've been saying that shit for years, and if you heard it, that meant your ass. I never gave much thought to what it meant. I never gave much thought to what it meant.
A day, you can either be a slave or pave the way for yourself. A hard mission, so I gave my all with only a small return, but it's the principle, the fact that I can create something that reigns invincible through time. Even when I'm gone, my mind can live on, separating pros from cons on a song. I'm not calm, I exit my shell, then propel myself towards record, serve myself a reward through the way I report. Too far out to be lectured.
Damn, man.
Cool, dude. Generated by an animated force, put here on course to deal with cards up on the boards. I play in anyway, it brings out needed representation. What I signify only complies with those inside a creative nation of wondering. I'm devious but have yet to receive a crown. That doesn't slow me down a bit, I'll never quit to get around the world in 420 ways. My rhyme plays a vital role in displaying tightness and preserving music soul. My only goal is to confuse the fools who can only abuse and fuse the mic together with weak lines they use. I'll delete that incomplete brat with the sharp use of fact, exposing undercovers while I hover high above, never looking back. Cause I've been there and done that. I'll win fair with one rap in a challenge, cause my talent maintains balance, riding on track for the sole purpose of traveling and furthering development, not for frontin' rough and tough or trying to sound intelligent. Big words can be broken down along with the clown that came to my town uninvited, saying rhymes that don't earn a pound from my grounds. Hit the exit with your exaggerated greatness. I'm out towards the next route. I doubt that any will debate this, and if they do, they never knew exactly what it took from my poeticals to forming one the average rhyme crook. And if they do, they never knew exactly what it took from my poeticals to forming one the average rhyme crook. Extreme Spex seems to gleam with every letter, guilty as charged, steadily rocking every measure. Storms come whether or not, my rhymes rain. No game but pain maintains its picture frame. I'm off walls on surfaces below, I strive to vandalize. Far from standard size, banned from lies, expand my eyes, commit to dripping audio adrenaline. Persist to push the product because it's genuine. Can you begin to take hold? Listen close, punch packed inside what I wrote. Far from comatose, though at times drowsy, I widen rhyming horizons. Living life in the sub-days, I frequent the sight of blind men, making me hazy to the lazy. A title I earned with time, going through serious motions made me wanna not decline. So with beats I fought when I felt tested by forces uncontrollable, racing on a track that was courseless. Seconds escape, I watch them just so I can make pay. Tired but with no choice, I wish I could post all day, writing raps on top of facts, more advanced than that. So I was forced to trap myself somewhere else. 40 hours a week, getting robbed twice a month. Against it, I can't even speak. Rough and tough, I thought that was just a saying. Clear to me reality, relaying things without delay. rhymes all the time, buddy. Fuck, I don't see you making any kind of money every day. You do something with your life.
If we cannot learn to actually enjoy those small differences, take a positive delight in those small differences between our own kind here on this planet, then we do not deserve to go out into space.
I had witnessed the start. I was sure of that much. But what now? What comes next?